Welcome to another edition of the Romance Seminar. I'm your host, Jay Green. I want to talk about the value of money. If you think about it, money in America used to be backed by gold, backed by precious metals, and that used to give money its value. And all the gold was held in Fort Knox. Now, as we've moved forward in time, gold is no longer backed by precious metals. It's backed by the gross domestic product, or the GDP, as you may hear in the news. The GDP roughly is how much products we ship out versus how many products we get in. So that's a number that gives us a ratio. We might be at a deficit because we might be taking in more products than we're actually sending out, meaning we're spending more of the taxpayer money, or we're spending more money per capita or per person in other countries versus countries buying goods and services from us. Now, if you think about it, America prints up its money. They print it up at the Federal Reserve. Now, if you think about that, if America sent you $1 million in cash, not credit, not check, but sent you $1 million in cash, would that mess up the economy? Right now, they're talking about in the economy, if they print up more money, then it will make your dollar less valuable. But let me ask you this: how does your dollar become less valuable? That is, the people on Main Street, everyday citizen. Or is it really the dollar compared to how many dollars are being spread around the world? So if I got a check or cash, $1 million cash in a suitcase, in a bag or something, or if every person in America got $1 million in cash, printed up strictly from the Federal Reserve, would it really mess up the economy? Think about it. Would Best Buy, Circuit City, Walmart take any less of your money? Not really, because it's still valuable money coming from the Federal Mint, the Federal Reserve. Now think about this whole tax thing. If America prints up its own money and it's not backed by gold any longer, then do we really have to pay taxes? It would seem more like to the fact that we really don't have to pay taxes, because you need the money to pay for the services of the government, the street building, things of this nature. But they printed up cash and gave it to people. Would that really be messing up any type of system? Not really. Do we need money at all? That's what we're getting to. If we really need money at all for anything. I mean, people say, well, people wouldn't do jobs anymore. Who would do their job, or who would go to school? But let me ask you this: when you were a kid, did you not go through the whole process of saying you wanted to be a doctor, not because you wanted to be rich, but because you wanted to help people? An engineer, same thing. Computer science, because you had an interest in it. Now, the great thing about America is if you had an interest or a hobby about a certain topic, it was about the idea of becoming or getting a job for the hobby that you were interested in. And that's the perfect job. But think about it. Do we really need money if we can just print it up and hand it out in cash? If you do a credit system, it's not enough money in the system to give people tax rebates or checks or vouchers or things of that nature. But if you send out cash, that's something totally different. But what if the world didn't have any money? How would that world look? Would it be something like that Star Trek-esque type thing going on, or would it be something more? So just think about it. A world with no money. Will there be hungry people? Because what will be the incentive to send food out? I mean, America already produces more food than any other country, than we can eat. But there's still a hungry people here. America has the best medical care in the world, but there are still sick people and people without health care. We got all the research giants for drugs here, but there's still people dying from needless disease. They got some greatest schools, and then yes, right, I'm getting to the decentralizing of everything. That is based on money. The world could take care of itself without money. There wouldn't be hungry people in Africa. There's a cost to do everything they say, but is there a real cost to it? Or is the fact that you got to motivate people to want to do it? But then you have the bigger question. How would rich people define that they're better than us if they didn't have money? How would you get people to do anything for you if you didn't have money? But then you would have to have a personality. You would have to have some charm, or you would have to have somebody that can negotiate for you. Because I would beg to differ that you need money at all, based on the fact that, ironically, when you become rich in America, you don't need money at all. You don't need money to help you through any situation. If you know the right people, you can get a free airfare. You can get free clothing, free trips, free hotel stays, free food. Depends on your celebrity. It depends on who you know. You don't really need money. So why do we use it? Is it because the rich people want to show that they're better than us, or that it's people among us that want to show that they're better by showing how much clout and money they have? How would you get to a point in existence where we don't need money anymore? Where there's no credits, people have to do their fair share, like in a Greek society, everybody had to serve on it was a direct democracy versus a representative democracy, whereas in America it's a representative democracy. But my point is, maybe people have to do serve tenure in different jobs as they go through society to get to the different things they want to do. That way society is fundamentally taking care of itself without the aid of money. People don't go hungry because then there's rations, there's volunteering services going around. Just something to think about. A world without money.